North to Aberdeen for round 3, the Granite City Rally, and a local event for David Galanders.
A little bit quicker than Montego, I think, but if they say it's snowing as it is, then the Montego might be a better bet today, you know, but we'll see what happens.
Right, best of luck. We'll see you
thanks
later.
very much. I could do with a bit of luck. Right here.
Ahead of the 152 crews lay 100 special stage miles, counting not only to the National Championship, but the Esso Scottish Championship as well. And it was a special event, the 21st year it had been run. The favourite was Trevor Smith and Roger Jones in the Group A Sierra Cosworth. After winning the first 2 rounds, they were looking for a repeat performance. But they were plagued with punctures in the rough Aberdeenshire forests, and that scuppered their chances of 3 victories in a row. Along with a misfire, it wasn't a good day, and they had to settle for 10th overall, but still first in the championship table. But it was certainly a better day out than that experienced by Colin McRae and Derek Ringer in their Cosworth, sponsored by Rally Part Limited. He set fastest times on stages 5 and 6 and was 45 seconds ahead when it was discovered his sump had been hauled. Temporary repairs were made and he continued to extend his lead. In 1988 national champion Ian Roberton was 10th in the championship before the Granite. By the end, he was down to 14th. A puncture on a long stage took 7 minutes to change, and he eventually retired with a split exhaust manifold. Jimmy Girvin also had punctures, 2 on the first 2 stages. But he chased Graham Middleton to the finish and ended just 11 seconds behind in the runner-up spot. Middleton, meanwhile, was determined to consolidate his 2nd overall position in the championship. He set fastest time on the first Correnny stage and on stages 13 and 14 too, but he had his problems. Smoke from sealant landing on the exhaust, and he had to change a bent prop shaft. This was David Galander's home event, but it certainly wasn't his luckiest. Failed intercom, damaged steering arm, and a big spin all cost time. Dave Metcalf's Astra had been rebuilt after his roll on the Skip Brown, but it still wasn't handling as well as it should. Then one of the steering arms came loose, but he still got to 5th overall before his drive shaft broke and he had to retire. Had led part of the event last year, not so in '89, with a premature retirement. Glyn Jones had only one wheel steering for a time after a bolt sheared, but he still finished 8th overall, which was better than Richard Mawson, who retired before the 8th stage. Service at Huntly and the chance to assess progress so far.
On stage 10, I think it was, there was coming downhill over a crest to a slot left, but the organisers hadn't got an early warning arrow, 100-yard warning arrow. Come down, Trevor Smith had missed it and taken the tape out. He then reversed out and obviously we carried on. We come there, so there was no tape, no warning arrow, and we went straight down this road, which was, we should have gone left and we went straight on, and they put organised with boulders in the road, and we jumped up over these boulders and bent the prop shaft, and so we're still going all right. We had another problem on another stage where the bleed nipple come undone on a brake, but it's a typical Granite City.
On stage 13, while leading the event, Colin McRae landed badly and smashed the differential, and was quickly joined by David Galanders and Pete Doughty.
Hit a bad bump in a fast straight bit, and it's burst the sump on the diff when it landed. So, a bump that should have been cautioned, which wasn't. You can't see it at all coming up to it. And David Galanders has just done the exact same. So that's it, finished.
There's a jump in the middle of that stage which is flat, you know, and we were all taking it flat, and we landed, you know, straight and narrow and all the rest of it, but as we landed, the thing just let go. The back axle went first, I think, but there's a hole in the block as well now, so we've retired. Bloody quick time, mind you, till that point anyway.
It's not bust me sump and my diff.
Same as others.
Yeah.
In spite of this spin, Trevor Smith kept his top spot in the championship, but only 2 points ahead of Graham Middleton. He had a good day in Aberdeenshire, in spite of his earlier problems, and cruised home 11 seconds ahead of nearest rival Jimmy Girvin. This is Steve Hill, 7th on the Mazda, 7th on the Skip Brown, 3rd on the Granite and 4th in the championship, in spite of a problem or two. The conditions weren't good, but they suited the four-wheel drive Celica of Middleton.